Hey guys, welcome back to Magic TV. My name's Craig. It is 9 o'clock on a Saturday. No, it's not. It's 9 o'clock on a Monday. 9 o'clock on a Monday, which means it's time for a 5x5. Now, this is where I take 5 subjects related to magic. I spend 5 minutes talking about each subject, and then I move on to the next subject. It's always quick, it's always snappy, and you never know what you're going to get. Now, today, I'm going to talk to you about a particular magician. I'm going to talk to you about a guy called Thomas Moloney. Now, Thomas Moloney has only been in magic for about 3 years, maybe a bit longer, 3 or 4 years, and he found magic in lockdown and is now a full-time professional magician who year on year is having his best year ever in terms of the business side of things, in terms of making money, really, at the end of the day. Now, I did a 5x5 on him. Not a 5x5. I did a Talk Magic on him last year. It's worth checking out that Talk Magic if you haven't seen it, because it's very inspirational. You know, it's very inspirational to see that somebody who's really had no experience in magic has gone to becoming a very successful full-time magician in a very short period of time. And I know Tom quite well because he works for both my company, Slightly Unusual. He works for Non-Stop Kids. And he's done an awful lot. He's just, he started off as a close-up magician. Then he became a kids entertainer. He's now transitioned into cabaret shows. He spent the last 6 months doing holiday parks in Wales, really refining his cabaret show act. And this guy just gets better and better and better. He's been a gold member on the Netrix for a long time, and we've been focusing on business and growing his business and business growth. And, he's always up month on month, year on year, the amount of inquiries, the amount of bookings, the amount of turnover, reducing expenses, increasing turnover, all of that important stuff. He spends so much time thinking about. And he came into the office a little while ago, and me and him went and hung out down Alakazam for a couple of days. And when he came back, I asked him if he'd do a 5x5. And that's what this is all about today. This is a 5x5 performer special on Thomas Moloney. Now, if you've not seen one of these before, they're very popular. Basically, I take a magician, and I asked them to perform 5 tricks that they enjoy performing. It doesn't have to be their best 5 tricks. It doesn't have to be 5 tricks that they've created, just their favourite 5 tricks. And then I talk about each one of them, and I talk about why it's such a good choice of trick. And that's what we're going to look at now. We're going to look at Tom's 5 favourite tricks that he did for us when he came to the office recently. So without further ado, let's have a look at it. Specifically, let's look at trick number 1.
I've just been put on the spot and I need to do 5 magic tricks. So I've been in the boot of my car and I'll just rustle something together. So, you ever seen a magician before?
I work for one.
Oh, well, manage your expectations because it might make my magic a little bit better, okay? So, but has Craig ever taught you a magic trick?
No, he hasn't actually.
Oh, well, it's your lucky day, it's your lucky day. So what I'll do is all boring card tricks start. I'm going to get you to pick a card. So if you just pick any card.
Yep.
There we go, that's the one I'd go for. Good choice. And if you show the camera and show everybody, what I'm going to do, I'm going to perform it to you first, and then if you're impressed, I'm going to let you have a go, perform it to Michael.
Okay.
Don't worry, it's really, really easy, so simple. You put that back onto, you're not going to forget, are you?
No.
Crap trick if you forget it. So this is the move you need to remember. If I wave my hand and click my fingers, look what happens.
At the top?
No. Yes, yeah. So, but no, something crazy happens. One card changes colour. When you picked a card, did you pick a blue back card like this?
No.
No, so would you be impressed if this is your card?
I would.
You would? Okay, was it the 6 of clubs?
It was the 6 of clubs.
Are you impressed?
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Because normally when people are impressed, they do clap. Okay. Even behind the camera, they clap. Oh, thank you. Don't. I'm modest.
You
Okay.
only got one down for you, go.
So, no, okay. So what we'll do, it's your turn now, and if you can do this, I'll let you keep this card as a souvenir.
Oh, I don't have enough.
It helps with my tax return, so you're having it either way. So, Michael, can you just say stop for me?
Stop.
There you go. Remember that card. You don't have to look. You're the magician. There you go. Did it? Okay. So, what I need you to do is you're going to wave your hand and click your fingers. And then hopefully that's a very nice click. Might have been too good. Let's see what's happened. Hopefully one card will have changed colour. Hopefully one card. Hopefully.
Did I not snap hard enough?
No, I know what's happened. No, because you've seen a lot of magic, you're around a lot of good magic. This is just an average magic trick. Instead of doing an average magic trick, you've done an even better magic trick. Instead of changing the card in the deck, the magic bounced off. Change your card on the table.
What?
That one there. Remember, Michael, he doesn't know which card it is. So you need to go absolutely crazy. It is right. I don't even know what card it is. Let's have a look.
Is that your card, Mike?
It is.
Oh, you see what I did was just a cheap trick. What you did was another level.
Okay, so the first trick is Chicago Opener. What you just saw there is Chicago Opener. Now, Chicago Opener is a classic, but I think it's a little bit like a Svengali deck, but not as bad. And what I mean by that is one of those tricks that you first learn when you get into Magic, and then you stop doing it because you've learned so many other things that kind of falls by the wayside, right? But I think that people need to remember just how damn good Chicago Opener is. Chicago Opener, Red Hot Mama, call it whatever you will. It's a classic for a reason, and the reason is it works. It's a great opener. It uses pretty much a regular deck of cards. There's virtually no setup. You're left with a regular deck of cards. It's an instant reset. You can transition in so many different ways from that trick into somewhere else. It's a reason why it's considered one of the top openers of all time. It's a great trick. And Tom did it brilliantly. Now, speaking to Tom afterwards, this is one of the first tricks that he did when he first got into Magic. And even though he's learned so much more since then, it's still something he does on a regular basis. And I can see why. Chicago Opener is amazing. Let me ask you a question. How often do you do Chicago Opener? Because if you don't do it very often, you really should. It's the perfect opening trick. And I'll be honest with you, I haven't done Chicago Opener for a while, so I'm talking from experience. And when I was watching the footage, because I wasn't in here when Tom was performing, and when I was watching the footage so I could talk about it, he told me what he was doing. And I was like, okay, Chicago Opener. And then when I watched the performance, I was like, you know what? That is a bloody good trick, isn't it? It's really good. And the other thing is, you know, one of the questions I get on this channel all the time is, I'm a little bit nervous. What should I do? What should I do about my nerves? I'm not very good at coping with nerves, so on and so forth. Well, you know, Chicago Open is really easy. It's, you know, a force and a double lift. It really allows you to focus on presentation. So if you're one of those people that are very nervous, doing an opening routine that's as impactful as this, while still being as easy as this is just a no-brainer as far as I'm concerned. So the first trick that Tom looked at was Chicago Opener. Great first trick, great first choice. We're now going to look at the second one. So let's have a look at the second performance right now.
You go to a lot of comic cons, don't you?
I do.
Yeah, so you know your superheroes.
Quite well.
Okay, so if I go through these, you see, you know what that is?
The Flash.
Did you know what that is?
Batman.
Yeah, do you know what that is?
I mean, the names are there
Yeah,
as well.
but no, you know, it's like, do you know what the Flash is then?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So you need to know who these characters are. But if you don't know who the characters are, just pick a different one, okay? And I'm going to read your mind. Once you've picked one, don't say anything out loud. Michael, don't look. Just get off your phone.
Mrs. is texting you.
Oh, you got misses. Okay. All right. Say stop.
Don't sound too sharp. Stop.
Oh, hang on, it's so hot in here.
It is hot.
Okay, so
in here.
just tell me to stop.
Stop.
Okay, so I need you to remember that whatever you do, don't forget it.
Yep.
Okay, you happy with that one?
Yeah, like.
Okay, so don't say anything else out loud, is that okay? Perfect. So we're going to go on like a little magical mystery tour. You're going to be this superhero. So go there. Put your hand out like this. The other one. Okay. That way. I'm going to read your mind. Whatever you do, don't say anything out loud. I want you to pretend you're this superhero on top of a building. You're looking out at the city. You're brooding over it a little bit. You are this superhero. Imagine what you're wearing. Think of them colours. So if it was the Hulk, for example, you'd be thinking green. It might be multiple colours. Yeah, you gave that one away. Multiple colours. You thought of one, then you went to another, and you went, I'll stick with them both once you said you couldn't do multiple colours. Okay, so you're thinking this superhero, you're looking out at the distance, you've got to go and save the day. You see something bad happening in the distance. You've got to go and save the day. As this superhero in your head, just imagine, as this superhero in your, look out at the distance. As this superhero, how would you get down? No, oh, only in your head. How would you get down? Would you jump? Would you fly? Would you swing? You don't look like a swinger to me, but I'm not here to judge.
And Kaito would disagree.
Don't say anything out loud. That totally gave it away then. Okay, let's put the hand down. You're doing really well. Doing really well. So, not prepared here. So I'm going to steal one of these. Hopefully Craig won't tell me off. I'm going to write this superhero down. And in a moment, when I count 3, you're going to do your best impression of this superhero. But at the same time, just in case your impression is rubbish, but I don't think it's going to be rubbish because you're a good cosplayer. Didn't you do Cobra Kai a few years ago? Yeah.
Did you?
Don't say anything until I count 3. Okay, my handwriting is absolutely terrible, so if I do get it wrong, I'll be able to wing it somehow anyway. So, showmanship. Michael's our audience. On the count of 3, you're going to do your best impression of the superhero, but just in case that impression is really, really rubbish, you're going to shout it out as loud as you can.
God.
You're going to do it that loud, all the people in their audience look at their watch and go, what time is it for? Come off stage. That's how loud I need you to be, okay? So, get ready. Don't say anything out loud till I count to 3.
I was clearing my throat.
1, 2, 3. Captain America?
What?
Do your impression! Do you...
The dog's just running.
Shit show. Anyway, next one.
How did you know that?
Okay, so this is another amazing trick. And you know what I'm beginning to see? Tom, you can tell Tom's a working magician because this is the sort of stuff that just works in a real world for real people. It just works. Commercial magic. And what we have here is a routine called Something Super from John Morton. So John Morton created this. John Morton, if you don't know, is one of the top creators in the world when it comes to magic. He's full Penn and Teller. He consults on TV shows. He consults on acts. He's the guy that basically put Ryland's AGT audition together for me and gave me the idea of the semi-final. Such a nice person, such a wonderful human being. And Something Super is incredible. I love the fact that it's designed on cigarette cards. I love the fact that it's designed to look like an EDC, like it's the sort of thing that you just have in your pocket. Now, here's the thing. Tom does magic and mind reading. A lot of the time, he gravitates towards mind reading. And I've seen him do witch hand routines all the time. I've seen him do on stage, magician's graphology style routines. I've said sneak thief. I've seen him do so many mentalism style routines, which he's gravitated to over the years. And this is mentalism. But what's cool about it is it's not your typical mentalism. And I know Tom performs at a lot of gigs where there's kids as well, and a lot of magicians are scared of performing at gigs where there's kids, and I understand why. It's a bit nerve-wracking performing for children. Tom does it brilliantly. He really does. He performs it brilliantly. He has this ability of performing for adults, but if there's kids there, they enjoy the experience as well. It's not like he's just performing for the adults and it's over the kids' heads. It's like a true family entertainer. That's what Tom is, a true family entertainer. And Something Super is a fantastic way of doing mind reading that will also work for children. And there's very few mind reading tricks that will work for kids, but this will. Something Super. I mean, what's more appealing to kids than superheroes, right? And I'm speaking as somebody who's got 2 superhero mad children, and they absolutely love superheroes. There's nothing more fun than superheroes, and that's what this is. It's a mind reading routine with superheroes, and it's also very, very easy to do. The way that John has designed this trick, it's the perfect everyday carry. Now, I know, don't want to make this a sales pitch, but I know that John isn't producing this again. And when all of the stock of Something Super is gone, he's not going to bring it back out again. So if you like the performance that you saw Tom do and you want to do it yourself, I'd contact John Morton very, very quickly because it's soon to be out of stock and never come in stock again. But yeah, John Morton's a genius. Tom knows that, which is why he's performing one of John Morton's tricks. Something Super is awesome. Let's move on.
Okay, I think we've established you're really good at card tricks. A lot better than me. I don't know why I'm getting paid to do the magic and you're not. That was quite good. So, let's see if you're better than Matt. Can you count to 5?
Yeah.
Okay, let's just do it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Perfect. Do it again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay, do it backwards.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Perfect. Guess how many fingers I'm holding up?
2. Hey!
Straight away. See, you're quite good at this. So you just think it's a fluke, so let's do it too. Michael, name a number between 1 and 5.
4.
You're not buying this, are you? Meant to say no. Meant to be calling me out on it already. Being too nice. But this is just a silly gag. So let's do some real magic, just like what Paul Daniels does. Do you know what Paul Daniels is?
I've not the name yet.
Lance Burton?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. You know Lance Burton, but you don't know. Okay.
I can't have it on fair enough.
Okay, we'll go Harry Potter then. We should go with Harry Potter?
Why not?
Yes. So, but I bet you can't read my mind and guess what my favourite drink is.
Is it Coke by any chance?
No, I just found this in the bin outside. My favourite drink's actually Dr. Pepper. So have you got a magic wand?
I don't.
Oh, you're doing so well at being a magician. It's okay, I've not got a magic wand, but we can use this. So what's going to happen is, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. You're going to say your favourite magic word.
My favourite magic word.
No, you're going to say your favourite magic word. God. What is it?
Do I need to count first?
What?
I thought you said you could count to 3, then I said.
Yeah, I'm establishing what your magic word is though first.
Bazooka.
Bazooka. So on the count of 3, I go 1, 2, 3. You say bazooka, and this bottle will disappear. Shall we try it?
Okay.
Okay, so get ready. Big breath in. 1, 2, 3.
Bazooka!
It's gone. Watch. Wave my hands, clip my fingers. Dramatic effect. It comes back again. How good is that? Oh, okay. You want proof, don't you? I'll do it with proof this time.
We do it with proof.
I'll do it with proof. So I'll go 1, 2, 3. You say abracadabra, then the bottle will disappear. So, big breath in. 1, 2, 3.
Abracadabra.
Gone. Nowhere to be seen. And I've clicked my fingers, it comes back again. But what are you thinking? I was holding onto the bag, but if I let go of the bag, the paper might fall on the floor and shatter.
The paper would shatter.
Yeah, it shatters. It's brittle. Actually, I'll do it one more time, and then if you're not impressed, we'll just move on and you can do another magic trick, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so, remember, 1, 2, 3. You say the magic word and that bottle disappears, okay? So, 1, 2, 3.
Bazooka.
Pause for dramatic effect. And do you know what? I'm not even going to bring it back this time.
Are you not?
No, it's gone.
Is it?
Yeah, see, there's nothing I can do to prove this to you. You must have seen a lot more magic than you're leading on. So let's just move on and do something else, okay?
Okay, not your typical close-up trick, but I didn't specify that Tom should do close-up. I just said go in there and perform 5 tricks to Jack and make them good ones. Vanishing Bottle is one of my favourite openers of all time. I have stood here over and over again on this channel. Well, sat here. I've sat here over and over again on this channel for the last 4 years since Magic TV started, and I've told people how amazing Vanishing Bottle is. Vanishing Bottle is my opener when I do cabaret because it establishes my character. It shows the audience that they're going to see something that's not their typical magic show. It shows that I'm not going to take myself so seriously. But then there's a strong magical moment at the end as well. Oh, but Craig, nobody does Vanishing Bottle anymore because it's been exposed on the internet and therefore everyone knows how it works. No. No, they don't. I'm telling you right now, I bring the house down when I do Vanishing Bottle. And you know what? I know that Tom uses Vanishing Bottle as opening his cabaret show. How do I know that? I helped him put his cabaret show together. And if I'm going to help someone put their cabaret show together, I'm going to tell them one of the best openers for cabaret, which is Vanishing Bottle. He uses Vanishing Bottle as an opener because I use Vanishing Bottle as an opener. Vanishing Bottle is amazing. And Tom's done really well at making it his own and making it so it's not just my routine, it's his routine that he's performing. And you know what? Tom has taste because he's using the Henry Harrius refilled Vanishing Bottle to do the routine, and refilled is great. Henry's routine where the drink becomes refilled is a fantastic trick. I actually prefer the Vanishing Bottle routine as a Vanishing Bottle routine, but his bottles are the best you can get. They really are. And I love the fact that Tom has incorporated the noise illusion that Henry created into the trick, because that makes all the difference. It really does. But yeah, I mean, there's nothing really to say about Vanishing Bottle. I guarantee you there's people that are watching this that perform on stage that would turn their nose up at doing Vanishing Bottle. And for those people that do, trust me, you don't know the reactions it gets. Vanishing Bottle is a classic for a reason. And the reason is it's a bloody good trick. And it's a great opening routine. It's why I love it so much. So the next trick is Vanishing Bottle. If you perform for kids, if you perform for adults, if you do family events, if you do corporate events, if you do weddings, whatever, if you do any type of magic where you're standing up in front of a group of people, honestly, get Vanishing Bottle because it is fabulous. Now we're going to look at the next performance. We're going back into full-on close-up material for this one. Let's have a look at it.
Stop doing that.
Do you have a favourite card?
Not really.
Don't worry, only gamblers and magicians have favourite cards, so you're probably quite a cool guy. So what I'll do, I'll go through the cards. If you see a card you like the look of, just tell me when to stop.
Stop.
Okay, take that card. Good choice, good choice. So what I want you to do is to write something really unique on that card. Like, I've got a pen here. So write something really unique on that card, like your name, a magic word, your bank details. Really helps me out this time of year. Okay, done that?
Yep.
Look, I'll take the pen back. Don't want you to grow a moustache. So what's going to happen is you show everybody like it's okay if I see it. I've seen this trick before. I said it's okay if I see it. So what did you write? I hate my life. No, Matt. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to lose you. Have you ever seen any David Blaine stuff?
A little bit.
Okay, this isn't going to impress you then. Okay, so what I'm going to do is lose your card somewhere in the deck. I'm going to give the cards a shuffle. Do you know what the shuffle's called?
Show off.
Yes, it is show. I bet you don't know what my wife calls it.
Why is the time?
No, keep it down. Try and watch Foundation Street. So, Michael, we've got you made the card unique. This is now your favourite card. We've got your favourite card. We need your favourite magic word.
Alakazam.
Alakazam. .co.uk. Okay, on the count of 3, as loud as you can, both of you say.
Alakazam.
Yeah.
Alakazam.
Yes. Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Alakazam.
And watch this. When neither of you are looking, I just moved it back to the top. They probably caught all that on camera. But we'll do it a little bit different. We'll do it a little bit differently now. I'm going to take your card. I'm going to put it somewhere in the middle. If you can just push it in for me. Okay. Now on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Alakazam.
Turn over the top card.
Hey.
You're so good at this. You're so good at this. So, so you don't know any magic tricks, right? You don't know any.
I know 2.
You do 2. You do 2. What's your favourite magic trick?
I don't really have a favourite one.
Sorry?
I don't really have a favourite one.
You don't really have a favourite one. Okay, so what I want you to do is give the cards a shuffle. You don't have a favourite magic trick, so you can do this magic. This can be your magic trick to keep forever. Keep shuffling the cards. Keep shuffling. It's okay to fall on the floor. Don't worry about it. There we go. Mine looks good, but does absolutely nothing at all, just like my ex-wife. She had a job. Okay, so on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3.
Alakazam.
Alakazam.
Turn over that top card. Oh shit. What was your card?
King of Spades.
King of Spades. That's my favourite card. Michael, isn't that my favourite card?
I think so.
Do you believe me?
You're saying it is, so yeah. Not really.
No. See, nobody ever does believe me. I also give my favourite cards names as well. I call it Matt.
You call yours Matt as well?
Yeah, no. See, nobody ever believes me. So I always keep my favourite card in my wallet. Inside my wallet, inside this zip compartment here that all old men have, I always keep one card. The King of Spades. I always call it Matt.
How the fuck did that get in there?
The most mediocre magic trick you've ever seen. But what can you do with this sort of timescale?
Okay, so what you just saw, I asked Tom what that was when he when I was watching the videos. I actually rung him up and I said, "What's this routine?" And he said, "Well, basically, I jazzed this. This is an ambitious card with a card to wallet finish." And that's what it is. It's an ambitious card with a card to wallet finish. And you know what? Ambitious card. It is a staple of close-up magicians, and the reason is it's very, very easy to see what the effect is. It's very, very easy to see what the effect is. Sometimes we can be almost too clever for our own goods, especially when we're doing close-up magic, especially when we're doing strolling magic. We can almost be a little bit too clever. But ambitious card, it's so simple to follow. I get booked an awful lot to perform for foreign dignitaries, people who don't speak English. There's a venue about 20 minutes up the road from me where they're regularly inviting foreign guests to come in, and they need somebody to do some sort of pre-dinner entertainment, and they can put themselves across without really language being a barrier. And I regularly get booked for these sort of events, and when I do, ambitious card is always in my set because I don't need to speak and I can get people to understand what the effect is. You have signed a card, it is lost in the pack, and it comes to the top. It's simple, right? It's a very easy premise to understand. Back in the day when I was a lot younger, I had a residency in a nightclub that ran from 11 till 2 o'clock in the morning. It was loud, it was noisy, I couldn't hear myself speak at all, ever. Ambitious card was my go-to. Why was ambitious card my go-to? Because it is so easy for people to follow what's happening, right? And the nice thing about ambitious card, and this is what you see with Tom, is it's fully customizable. If you have a lot of people at the event, you can do it with less phases. If there's less people at the event and you need to kill time, you can do it with more phases. If you want to do it with kids, don't get them to sign it, get them to draw a dog on it and tell them to come here and, do it with a dog. It works for kids. If you aren't performing for kids, get them to sign it. There's so many different moves when you're doing the ambitious card. Hell, just look at Daryl's ambitious card omnibus. You'll know how many moves there are. There's hundreds of moves. It means that 10 people could do their variation of an ambitious ambitious card, and they would all look completely different. One guy might be using a pass, one might be having the card go in the mouth, one guy might be doing this, one girl might be doing this, one girl might be doing this, one guy might... They're all doing completely different things because there's so many different moves that you can use in an ambitious card routine. And the most important thing about it that a lot of people forget is there has to be a finale. If there's no finale, the card just keeps coming to the top of the deck 10 times, and then that's it, you move on. But if there's a finale, now the finale could be anything. It could be Daryl wrapping a rope around the deck and having it come to the top. You could use an extractor 2, switch the deck in the middle of the routine, have it go into the pocket, and you know, all that sort of stuff. You could have the card go into the wallet, which is what Tom did. You could use a mystery box. You could have it go onto the keychain. There's a million different ways. You could do Jay Sankey's paperclipped. There's a million different ways of ending an ambitious card. But honestly, and here's the biggest piece of advice I can give you. We talked about how Tom is new into Magic, really only been here for 4 years, and yet is bossing it and performing all over the country and getting genuinely great feedback. I know, because he does a lot of gigs for us, and we send feedback forms out to every client, and they come back going, Tom was amazing. So how do we get so much really good feedback? How does he get so much really good feedback? Because he's doing commercial stuff that people can relate to, and he's not trying to be too clever. Sometimes when we go out to gigs, we can be too clever for our own good, while sometimes it's nice to keep it simple, and that's what you're doing here, keeping it simple. Now we're going to look at the final routine, and he's back to his mentalism roots with this one. Let's have a look.
Amazing.
The fuck?
You think that's amazing? Watch this. Okay, so what's going to happen is you've got these shapes here. You know, they're from Ghostbusters, if you've ever seen it. You know, when is it Venkman? Venkman's like electrocuted, but don't worry, you're not going to get electrocuted. Okay, so I'm going to put one down, and you're going to try and guess which one I put down. But I'm always going to put mine down first, so you put one down there. Doing really well, doing really well. Are you happy with that one?
Yep.
Okay, turn mine over. Remember, I put mine down first. And now turn yours over.
Hey.
You just can't make this stuff up, can you? But that is just a coincidence, so let's do it one more time. So take them back. Okay, let's go with that one. Put one down again. We'll do this one a little bit differently. Okay, and now another one, just, you know, quick. Okay, let's go with that one. You put another one down. You're doing really well. Isn't he doing well?
He is.
Okay.
It's not like Jack to have not fucked something up yet.
No.
Where are we going to go there?
Okay, put another one down. Okay, so you're happy with that decision?
Yep.
Okay, and what I need you to do is put the last one down. You happy?
Yep.
If you're happy, I'm happy. So very slowly, what I need you to do is just deal them down from the top down here, look, like this. But then just match them up, so top one there. Next one. You're doing really well. Okay, so technically, this one is the first one we put down.
Yep.
Do you want me to turn mine over first, or do you want to turn yours over first?
Let's turn mine over.
Okay, you turn yours over.
Wiggly line.
Hey, wiggly lines. Look. Hey, let's do the next one. And again.
Hey.
And both together for a big ending. Hey!
The old match.
Okay, so if you're a mentalist, nothing says I'm a mentalist more than ESP matchup route. Actually, that's not true. The thing that says mentalist more than anything else is sideburns. So there's 3 things really that make mentalists mentalists. The first are sideburns, the second is a widow's peak haircut, and the third is telling people that you're going to influence them and that what they're going to see is not magic, not sleight of hand, but really, it's not real, it's psychology, it's sleight of hand, and it's influence. Those are the 3 things that you need to be able to do in order to really call yourself a mentalist, and be very, very moody. But if you're going to do mentalism, the ESP matchup routine is a great one to do. And I'm a little bit disappointed with Tom, naughty Tom. And the reason is, when I saw this video, I was like, I was doing ESP matchup. And he was using ESP symbols. And he told me the other week he pretty much exclusively used his Cube 52 cards now because he thinks the colours make more sense than ESP symbols. And then there he is on a video on my channel doing ESP symbols. But, you know, whatever. I don't care. I'm not hurt. I hate you, Tom. It doesn't matter. Because whether you use colours or you use ESP symbols, it's a very, very direct trick. You know, I've talked many, many times on this channel about Nemid Phoenix, who's one of my best friends in the whole world. And Nemid... he's also one of the greatest close-up magicians of all time. he always carries with him the cards that he needs to do ESP matchup. And ESP matchup is one of his favourite routines. Now, realistically, there's several ways to do an ESP matchup routine, but it boils down to one of two methods. The first method is through the use of Jazz ESP, as popularised by Michael Murray. And the second way is by kind of using a one-ahead approach. The one-ahead approach is what Tom used here. So he was one ahead, which is a method that I've taught on the Infinity deck. It's a method I've taught on Playlist. It's a method I've taught on several different of my different projects. The one-ahead principle in ESP matchups is great, and that's what you're seeing here. It's definitely safer than a Jazz method. You know, Jazz is great, but you really do need to Jazz it. The reason it's called Jazz ESP is because you're never getting the same performance twice. It's a little bit different every single time, and I think that's one of the reasons it appeals to Nemid so much to do a Jazz type ESP matchup. When you want to make sure that it 100% works all the way through and it never fails, then you want to use the one-ahead principle, which is what Tom is using here. But I'll tell you right now, this is strong. You know, a lot of mentalism can be a little bit drawn out and a little bit waffly, and unless you've got a really strong presentational style, like Matt has, for example, and lots of other mentalists, unless you've got that, it can be a little bit boring. And I've seen people who have started doing mentalism and it becomes very, very boring because they can't present it the right way. Tom doesn't do that. But also the other thing that Tom does is he picks mentalism routines that are very direct. Which hand is something that I've seen Tom do a lot in a banquet style situation, and he always gets great reactions to that. I've seen him doing drawing duplications, sneak thief style routines, and this is another example of something that's very direct. It's a very simple premise to follow. I have 5 cards, you have 5 cards, let's lay them out and see what happens. Oh my god, they match. This is amazing. How the hell did you do that? And notice he doesn't spend 20 minutes talking about Dr. Rhyme and in the 1800s he developed it, and yeah, okay. He's just into it. It's just done. Hey, look, here it is. This is really, really cool. Let's move on. I look at the ESP matchup routine as kind of the coins across. You know, coin workers have coins across. It's the trick that you do to establish credibility and get a really great reaction from the audience. ESP matchup, I think, is the same thing to mentalists. And Tom does it really well. And if you don't do an ESP matchup, you should. But unlike Tom, you should use Cube 52 cards. So there you go, guys. That's another 5x5 in the bag. First of all, thank you to Thomas Moloney. You can follow him on Instagram. Thomas Moloney Magician, I believe he is. Very, very funny Instagram channel. Deserves to have more followers than he does. So if you're on Instagram and you want to follow Tom, please do so. He's a hoot. Also, don't forget, you want to see more videos like this, like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below. If you'd like to see me do a 5x5 performer special on somebody, let me know and I'll seek them out and I'll do it. And also, if you haven't already done so, please join the Netrix. It's www.thenetrix.com. www.thenetrix.com. You can go get access to it and see what all the fuss is about. But either way, I will see you again soon. Thank you very much for watching. My name's Craig, and this is Magic TV.